The Land of No Return. A long time ago, there was a hidden place deep in the forest. People called it the Land of No Return. No one who entered ever came back. The villagers feared it, and the parents warned their children never to go near. But one day, a young hunter named Kofi decided to go inside. He was brave and curious, and he wanted to see what was beyond the trees. Maybe it's just a story to scare people, he thought. So, that morning, Kofi took his bow and arrows and stepped into the dark forest. The trees were tall, their branches tangled like giant hands. The deeper he went, the quieter it became. There were no birds, no wind, only silence. After walking for hours, Kofi saw something strange. In the middle of the forest stood a village, but it was not like any village he had seen before. The houses were made of silver and the streets were empty. He knocked on a door, but no one answered. He walked further and saw people, but they did not move or speak. They stood frozen, their eyes wide with fear. He heard a sound. He heard the same sound again. Now he was wondering where the sound was coming from. Then Kofi heard a soft voice behind him. "You should not have come here." He turned and saw an old woman. She was the only one who could move. "Who are you?" Kofi asked. "I was once like you," she said. "Long ago I entered this place, and now I can never leave." Kofi's heart beat fast. "Why? This land is cursed," she whispered. "Everyone who comes here is trapped. Soon, you too will not be able to move or speak. You will stand here forever, just like the others." Fear filled Kofi's heart. He tried to run, but his legs felt heavy. His arms would not move. The curse was already taking hold. The old woman shook her head. "There is only one way to escape," she said. "Before the curse fully takes you, find your shadow. If you step on it 3 times, you will be free." Kofi looked around. The village had no sun, no light, only mist. He could not see his shadow. His legs felt heavier. His hands turned cold. Then he remembered something. When he first entered the forest, the sun was behind him. He had seen his shadow on the ground. With great effort, he turned and ran back the way he came. His feet were slow, his body stiff, but he did not stop. At last, he reached the edge of the forest. There, the sunlight shone. His shadow stretched before him. With his last strength, he lifted his foot and stepped on it once, twice, 3 times. Suddenly, the weight on his body disappeared. His arms moved again. His legs were free. He gasped for air and ran home as fast as he could. When he told the villagers what had happened, they shivered with fear. No one ever dared to go near the Land of No Return again.